Hey guys, it's Jen. I told y'all I'd be back for part 2 of my mental health broadcasts. Um,
Hey,
Last week I told you a bit of my story about how I suffer from bipolar and depression and anxiety. Um, and I kept repeating how none of you are alone. This is my roommate and my best friend. Her name is Tyann. And she is sitting in with me to help you all as well because she's a good person like that. So last week I spoke a little bit about different ways you can cope with everything that you go through. So, but I want to go into that more this week. So, first we're gonna talk about the unhealthy kinds of coping, the ones that you probably shouldn't do. Although, at the time they might seem like they help, but they really don't. And I speak from experience. One of the unhealthy methods is self-harm. And I know that many of you probably either have done that in the past or still do it. And that's alright. I mean, if it's definitely not a good coping mechanism, but we'll touch more on that later.
this is our dog. He's so sorry.
Sorry,
He's a photo bomber.
he has to be the center of attention. And he's a therapy animal. Alright. So, about self-harm. A lot of people will cut themselves or burn themselves or something to that effect to help give them another kind of pain to focus on. Rather than the horror movie that's going on in their head. Whatever they did, whatever that may be. Well, not very many people know this, but I used to self-harm. Not out of depression, but out of anger. It wasn't like cutting myself. I mean, I kind of did that once. When I would get angry at somebody, I would dig my nails into my arm and leave bruises and marks. I would hurt myself so that I wouldn't hurt someone else. And only now, years later, I after a lot of therapy and medications, do I realize that didn't do anything to help me. So I understand if you self-harm, I understand why you do it, but that doesn't mean I like it.
Try a different way of doing it instead of hurting yourself. Why don't you find somebody that you're really close to and talk to them about it? Because that's what we do. Like, if something's wrong with her or if there's something she's upset about, I have her sit there and talk to me about it. Or we try to figure out something to do, like play games. Or I will tell her, hey, if you're having a bad day, why don't you play your Sims or something? That usually calms her down too. So
Yeah.
there's like different ways of doing things. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel that has the issues, but there's some things that you can work around and try to, instead of trying to harm yourself, try to find something that you like to do. Like for instance, she likes to play her Sims, or we like to go out once in a while or something like that. Instead of trying to hurt yourself, find something that you like to do or what you're into. It helps you a lot more.
It really does.
And I've been through a lot, but not I've never had bipolar or anything. But the issues I have, I also try to do things that will keep my mind off of stuff. And I get stressed really easy. So when I get stressed, I try to find something I'm good at or find something to do. Like I like music, she likes music, so we listen to music. So find things that you guys can do without trying to hurt or harm you or harm or hurt somebody else.
That's exactly right. I mean, some of that leads me into a healthy way of coping, and that is music. I told you last week that it was a Linkin Park song that quite literally stopped me from swallowing a bunch of sleeping pills over 10 years ago.
And another thing, animals are really good at helping your problems if you have them, because this one likes to make sure he's attention of everything, and he helps out.
Yeah, and you just sneezed up my arm. Yeah, animals are very, very good. They're very empathic, very in tune. But not everyone is able to have an animal, and that's okay. I mean, if you can't have an animal,
We're willing to, if you like, I don't mind if you guys are like close by and you guys wanna like pet a dog or want an animal. Well, I'm willing to meet you somewhere and let you pet him and whatever, because he's really good uh, stress reliever, because if you're stressed or upset, he's there for you and he's right there, and he knows when somebody's upset. So he actually ease our pain and everything. So I mean,
That's
I'm
right.
willing to, you know, help you guys if you guys love animals. I can help out as much as I can, and he's really good with people. So
That's right. Animals just have a way of making stress and pain go away. They give you unconditional love. They don't judge you.
is that all you need from me, or you want me to?
It's up to you. I mean, you're welcome to stay if you want.
Because I didn't know how long you were going to stay on, so.
Well,
I just wanted to put my 2 cents in.
And thank you.
But I'm also here for everybody, too. If you guys got questions for me, let me know. I'm here, so. I don't mind helping people out. I like to help people out and whatever, so.
But about using music as a coping mechanism. Music to me is my therapy. When you're happy, you can enjoy the music, but when you're sad or angry or whatever, you listen to a certain song and you understand the lyrics. Songs can say what you're not able to put into words, and I appreciate that. But sorry. There are several different healthy and unhealthy coping methods. The bad, of course, things like hurting yourself, hurting someone else, uh, drugs and alcohol, which, no judgment here, that's judgment-free zone. I personally never did drugs myself, except the ones prescribed to me by a doctor, but, some of the other healthy coping methods are, journaling. It's a great way to get out your feeling. I personally like to write. When I'm upset or angry, I write a story or a poem. Anymore, if I'm angry at somebody in particular, I don't hurt myself. Instead, I put them in the story as the victim. No. But, I mean, there are different ways, a lot of different ways that you can express your feelings in a healthy and constructive way that won't harm you or anybody else. Like I said last week, I mean, a therapist can help. I personally don't really like therapy, but that's just my personal opinion. Some people, find that it helps, and some people don't. Matter of perspective. But yeah. So I mean, that's really all there is. I'm gonna talk about right now. But as always, I will most likely be back next week, same time. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions or you just want someone to talk to, please hit me up. You can address it to me or to Tyann. We'll help you the best way we can, even if it's just to
talk to somebody.
Exactly. Even if it's just for us to listen to you, we'll do what we can to help you. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Love ya. Bye.